around a lot whenever he thought a player should pass the ball to him and the ball didn't reach him. So he was really gesturing to everyone. So I don't think it is a positive influence on the team, because you can tell the players are all the time searching for him and trying to pass the ball to him. But the big problem is that Ronaldo seems more worried about these little things than to move himself on the pitch in a way that benefits the team as a whole and other players around him. So I'm afraid it might happen for the game. But the truth is, Pepe at 41 years old, he's still far. I mean, if you ask me 3 or 4 months ago if Pepe would be still as important as he's been at these Euros, I would tell you I had a lot of doubts. But yeah, he's proving himself again on the biggest stage, and he's really the main defensive asset we have in a Portuguese national team by far.
Diogo, enjoy the game. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That is Portuguese sports journalist Diogo Pombo. So the team news: regular first teamers including Bernardo Silva, João Cancelo, Ruben Dias and Pepe return. Rafael Leao missed the last game because of suspension. He's back. Cristiano Ronaldo is the captain, of course. You can follow Portugal against Slovenia on the BBC Sport website, where there is excellent live text commentary. Meanwhile, the fallout from Sunday's drama at Euro 2024 continues today. A disciplinary investigation has been opened following a gesture made by England's Real Madrid star Jude Bellingham after he celebrated scoring the crucial equaliser against Slovakia in their last 16 tie. Bellingham wrote on social media after the gesture that it was an inside joke with friends, wasn't aimed at the Slovakia team or the Slovakia bench. The investigation is going to be carried out by the UEFA Ethics and Disciplinary Inspector. Remember, Bellingham was the England hero. They beat Slovakia 2-1 to advance to the quarter-finals. Seconds away, though, from going out live on the BBC World Service yesterday. But Bellingham scored a 95th minute overhead kick to send the game to extra time. And afterwards, he hit back at what he calls rubbish criticism England have received during this tournament.
A feeling that, is like no other, you're 30 seconds from going home, having to listen to all the rubbish, feeling like you've let a nation of people down, and in 30 seconds or one kick of the ball, everything can change. And it's a feeling that I don't like to be in, but when it's done, it feels great. So, it's a habit that I've picked up from Madrid. Obviously, my game's improved a lot since I've joined, and really grateful I could bring it to this game.
He loves the big moments, doesn't he? So England are through. Bellingham might not like me saying this, but it was another disappointing performance when you consider the talent in the squad, despite the fact that they are into the quarterfinals. So will they improve against Switzerland, that match taking place on Saturday in the last 8? I've been speaking to the former England and Tottenham defender, Stephen Colker.
Those are the moments, right? I think England have had 30 minutes against Serbia. I thought they were really good. They've had 4 poor performances. Poor performances, way below what we know they can deliver on. But they've got the results. And they're now in a quarter-final against Switzerland. So for me, that's a sign of a good team.
Stephen, there's a problem in your position, isn't there? At centre-back, Mark Guehi picked up a second booking, so he'll be suspended for the quarter-final. There are some tough selection decisions, aren't there, for Gareth Southgate in the next game? How do you see him going? Do you see him making many changes? A change to formation, maybe 3 at the back? They had 3 at the back during extra time, didn't they?
I see 3 at the back, yeah. I think it's a formation that probably best suits Kyle Walker in an England shirt. So I see him playing 3 at the back. I do think he's going to make a change or 2. I do think now is the time. I know that he's been loyal to his players. He's had full faith in them. And I get that and I respect that, but I do believe now it's time for a little freshen up. The boys who come on again have done well. Cole Palmer wasn't outstanding for me when he came on, but he just offers that little something different. He's got that ability to beat a player, and he wants to beat the player. He's not a player that I look at on that pitch who looks scared. He doesn't look filled with anxiety as a lot of those players are right now. I don't know whether it's the media pressure. I don't know if it's the end of a long season, but the boys don't quite have that same energy. And I mentioned before the game that, Gareth will be trying to shut out all that outside noise, but he's got a big task between now and Switzerland, because Switzerland can hurt them. So it's going to be an important few days of recovery, but also mental recovery as well, where he gets a chance to sit down with the boys, if it's 1-to-1, if it's in a group, and start to get them, believing the game.
That is Stephen Colker, former England and Spurs defender. So we now know that it's England against Switzerland in the quarterfinals of the Euros, Spain against Germany, France into the last 8 as well. They'll play Portugal or Slovenia. That game about to get underway, Dalith.
Thank you. A former England captain has been in the royal box here on centre court all day.